Headphone reviewers should engage in peer review more to increase the overall level of reviews in the industry. Reacts to other people's reviews.
I want this so bad.
I
want this
I'd
so
be
bad.
up for that. It's just that the problem with the audio hobby is that there's too many people that consider someone saying, I had a different opinion about this product as fuck you. Like
that's
it's not the
why
same
To
thing.
be clear,
You have
that's
to
what Blaine
preempt
wants.
it.
That's what Blaine wants.
I know Blaine wants people to fight. I would love to see people be able
Let
to
them fight.
do reactions and commentary on other people's reviews and input and stuff in a constructive and amicable way. The problem is that the audio hobby is also a bit of a drama fest sometimes.
Yeah,
it's not going to be constructive and amicable for most people.
Yes and no. I think people would actually be surprised how often this happens behind the scenes, though. Like,
but the difference with behind the scenes is that you don't have.
Well, that's why we do reviews where it's like multiple of us talking about it. If in situations.
Oh well, I'm not even talking about that. Like,
no, I'm saying like Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So like, because I am a reviewer, you guys are reviewers, and like, frankly, we all know enough about this whole thing where like another person's interpretation of the experience doesn't matter that much to us because we know how much the experience is going to matter for us and how much that is going to differ. But the people that make a point to come to me and ask me and say, hey, what do you think of what I was talking about here? Whether it has to do with, their experience or the subjective things. Those are most of the reviews that I watch. And the people that are actually interested in that feedback are, in my opinion, the only people you guys should be paying attention to. Because the people who seek out the peer review are clearly the people who actually care about, like, not wasting your time and not giving you misinformation. Whereas the people who not only don't want peer... What's up?
Reluctant Engineer pitches the video Acoustic Engineer reacts to HD 600 reviews.
That would be such a good video, but I fear the videos, like the reviews, would all be positive and there might not be much there.
Yeah, you need to pick something more interesting.
It's more like for somebody reacts to somebody saying putting out a positive review, like the Audavina or something, right? And then
because that's the problem with our industry is that it's much too positive or too prone to brush over.
I think there's a couple things
about product. It's much too positive about products. It's much too negative about people. Right? Like, well, I mean, it's true. Like, it's fairly hostile to people, but it's a fucking hug box for products.
I would also say that, to be honest, I think that we kind of do this to some degree already. Like, I mean, earlier in the stream, we were talking about ratings and some of the issues with their publication methodology.
Well, no, we do this.
But we do this, but we're the people that are often called elitists for doing it.
Yeah. Like when I did the blind testing video, I talked through some of the issues in a couple other blind test videos that people had put out. I think the tricky thing comes in when you're trying to comment on someone's just purely subjective opinion on a product. It's a lot easier, and I think can be much more easily done amicably when you're purely discussing sort of methodology and objectivity and stuff.
Well, it's difficult to do that.
There are some objective traits to every review, though. Like, there's a physical existence of headphones, and there's a lot of reviewers who are massively softballing the horrible ergonomic and mechanical problems that plague our industry. Or for that matter, the safety problems when it comes to electronics.
I think for a lot of people, though, they're considering, they're not actually, trying to use the product for an extended period of time. They're using it for 30 minutes at a time. And so they're not as acutely aware of the, crippling neck pain that is the result of, whatever cursed ergonomic thing that is like 700 grams.
Then there's also the question, though, of if we're wanting to do this sort of in a way where it is generally amicable, well, there's going to also be people where it's like, well, if I make this video and I do a review, then I know that people are going to accuse me of just making this a drama video because
and you become a pariah as a result.
That this person originally said they didn't like it when they thought they couldn't get one. Then when they did get one, they said that they did like it. Oh, and by the way, then they bought it at a discount, then resold it for 50% more, and it just there's other things you have to comment on.
There's something good. Like, you guys are asking for something that in reality is a scenario that you probably wouldn't want, which is basically a pariah situation for every person who would do this, because of the way that this whole thing, unfortunately, is this.
Well, it depends on how many people were involved in it. Like that's the
Yeah,
thing.
and it
This is
also
something
depends
that
if
could,
you, like-
instead of being pariahs, it could be a civil war.
It would have to be like a collective. Like you have
But
to
it-
basically get the other people to agree, right? And then you can
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
like
Which
That-
I think
that
I think
has to happen.
is reasonable, like in terms of it actually being possible. But now this line of conversation has kind of got me thinking: are there any reviewers in like that have, I guess, interacted with you guys where you can say like they do either ask for peer review or like they do want to know your opinion specifically?
Yeah.
I feel like it's
On
worth
technical
calling
stuff
these people
fairly
out.
regularly.
Not usually
Yeah.
Well, for
asking
you,
for like
obviously.
a video, but
No, I've had Joe ask for peer and
Gadgetry Tech.
same
Yes.
with Varun. Shoutouts to
Oh,
both of those. guys.
I don't know if people know his name, but
Oh, VSG. Sorry.
because like this, I mean, if
yeah,
I
no,
post a
same.
video that I'd like for certain people to do, like I would be
Yeah.
very curious to hear Blaine's
Oh, like-
comments on like certain videos I'd done.
I mean, DMS
But then
and
there's
I-
Well,
other
we all
people
want to get
where-
roasted by Blaine. That's not new. That's why we're
I mean,
all
there's
here.
certain reviewers that will make a video on things that we put out, whether we want them
Oh,
to
yeah.
or not. In fact, it's guaranteed.
screaming endlessly into the void.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't even bother watching those.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I think it would be a good thing to see more of, to be honest, because it also
Hobby
helps
Talk
people
does
to.
not want to waste our time. Man, don't be so harsh on yourself. And also spell
Please
waste
our
correctly.
time. Like,
But don't
you
be so
understand-
harsh on
he
yourself,
means-
except for the
Yeah.
spelling.
He means waste.
I
in
waste
that
time
sense.
on people that are not my friends. I would much rather it was my friends coming to me and talking to
Sorry.
me about stuff.
Golden, what were you saying?
Yeah, sorry, please continue.
I actually forgot.
Oh, nice.
I think I was just mentioning that, like, you know, I think generally speaking, peer review and sort of commentary on other people's reviews would lead to positive and constructive discussions, kind of like what we've had through some of this podcast. But it would need to be done in a way where, as said, you invite it rather than it just
Everyone
being
knows
done.
what they're signing up for.
Well, the thing is,
Yes,
once
exactly.
there's really only two ways this can be, though. Either A, it's so uncommon that nobody pays attention to it, or B, it becomes so ubiquitous that not submitting yourself to peer review would make you a pariah. So there's really no scenario where this is actually going to be both impactful and not compulsive to people. Or compulsory to
playing the
people.
long game.
It's
Yeah.
true.
I mean, I
Oh,
also.
Okay.
I was gonna say I don't want to be spending like loads of time. You know, reviews already take up a lot of time. I don't want to be spending loads of time making videos about other people's videos all the time.
I think that
Well, I don't
really
know
it
if
should
you
be
would
more
make
than
like a-
happy to help,
videos
just like
as much as,
talking to
private
them, though, give
communications.
feedback.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So, well,
no, that's always welcomed, and I
This
want
is where hostility is helpful.
But see, this is I was going to
Because
say
with hostility, you only need to do
unprompted-
like a video every quarter, every year about a given channel. You don't need to
Well-
respond to every review. You just have a compilation of this is why this channel is bad.
So, we're not going to do this, but the unprompted, deliberately, openly hostile videos get way more attention and way more views. And we won't be doing those, but
if we wanted more views, we'd just get sued more. To be honest,
there's that too. Yeah,
I want that, to be clear.
I know, Blaine.
I really don't. I
We
really
know.
don't.
We know, Blaine.